We are recording.
Okay, welcome to the Dante Elephante podcast, episode 52. With Jeni is only audio. Sorry, YouTube. I will do better. I will be better. I am already getting better as this goes along. We're driving. It's Valentine's Day. I'm in the car with Jeni, and we are aimlessly driving through Santa Barbara because I didn't plan far enough ahead, and I am just... Yeah, man, I just worked on lunch. We did a little charcuterie board, and that's as far as I got, and I don't know what else to do. And now we're driving past the volleyball court. Yeah, Jeni, go ahead. Talk. You can talk now. Sorry.
Okay, well, first of all, it was not just any charcuterie board. It had peanut M&Ms, apricots,
Yes.
brie,
Yes.
two types of brie,
brie.
pita crackers.
Right.
And it was really good.
Yeah, well, what was your favorite part? We learned a lot about brie today and the different types of brie. And yeah, I think we figured out that goat cheese brie is probably so far our favorite brie.
It's the best one at Trader Joe's.
I am risking diarrhea for this Valentine's Day excursion, our meal, our little Valentine's Day date. Yeah, that's my biggest fear right now.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll start off. I met Jeni 3 years ago on Valentine's Day. We were swiping on Tinder, and I saw her, and I actually super liked her. And yes, I paid for Tinder Premium because that's what you do when you're looking for love. And I had my radius really far, but we were honestly pretty close to each other. You were staying at your dad's house? Where were you?
Yes, I just happened to be in Camarillo. If I was not in Camarillo, then we would have never swiped. So
True.
It was magic.
It was magic.
Yes, and then we talked. We texted for a week or two, and then I was like, let's hang out. And then I was like, would it be weird for Valentine's Day? And he was like, no.
Yes. Yeah, imagine your first date being on Valentine's Day. I guess that is pretty weird, but I think I was just down for whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. It was the only day that worked for us that week. So it was like, why not?
Yeah, I think so too. And I hadn't really had a proper date on Valentine's Day. I think prior to that I hadn't done anything in a couple years, so I think I was excited and I wanted to do something fun that day. But yeah, what do you remember about that day? This is 2018 now. That's crazy.
So crazy.
3 years ago.
Feels like yesterday.
Right.
Let's see. I remember that I picked him up because he did not have a car.
Right, I didn't have a car, so Jeni picked me up.
And he offered to take the bus, for the record. He offered to meet me downtown.
Let the record show.
But the thing was, I wasn't going to let him do that because literally 5-minute drive to downtown or whatever. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. And
then I guess it should also be known that prior to me getting a new phone on tour last year, or in 2019. So in 2018, I still had my old Android. I can't remember, my LG 4. And the battery, it had an external battery. It was one of the last few phones where you can take out the battery and put a new battery in. And it would constantly die. And so on our date day, I was at work. I was working at Metropolis sandwich shop, and my phone died. And then I had to ride the bus home with my phone dead. And did you think I was ghosting you? Did you think that was it? Yeah, that's the funny thing too. I was like, oh, classic. Everyone ghosts me. He's not gonna respond, and I'm just gonna be alone tonight again. Mm-hmm. And then he responded an hour before I was supposed to leave, and I was like, oh, cool. Nice, we're doing this. Because if I think about it, I got off of work around 4. It usually took me about an hour to get home from downtown Santa Barbara to Goleta. So it took me about an hour on the bus. I had to walk to the bus and then get to the bus and then go home. So yeah, I think I got home around 6. Oh my God. Yeah, I was very glad you responded. And
The other thing is your phone dying is such a classic response where
Yeah.
I was so used to that. I was like, whatever, I'm not going to believe this. But it was true. It happened.
Yeah, because, throughout that whole first year of us dating, my phone died all the time.
Yes.
And my phone still dies, but now it's because of, like, negligence and, like, not being prepared. And, yeah.
I think there's a part of you that likes when your phone's off, too.
I love it. I think Raphael and I call it, like, dark mode. The real dark mode where I just, like, I'm not on the internet at all, which is very rare. And, yeah, I love it. Now we're driving through Montecito, Coast Village Plaza. I did not, if you're a fan of Dante Elephante and you're listening to this podcast and you watched the Mid-Century Modern Cruise stream where I drive through Santa Barbara, I did not drive through Montecito. I do not think Montecito deserves any credit. They get enough credit as it is. So I did not cruise through actually, at the end, I went to the beach in Montecito, by Montecito. Okay, well, they got a little bit of credit, but Butterfly Beach got some credit in that, but yeah. Okay, so then what else happened? You thought I was ghosting you. I wasn't ghosting you.
Yes.
Then we met up around like 7:30 or something. What time did you leave your house?
Yeah, it was probably, I got done with work at like probably 6. So yeah, 7:30
Right.
Sounds about right. And yeah, let's see. Picked you up and I was like, dang, he's cute.
Oh, wow. Did you really think that?
I did.
Wow.
I was like, wow, cool glasses.
Cool glasses. Yeah, that's.
I was like, wow, he's unique and artsy and cool.
And I was also wearing pants that day, which we found out recently was a catfish, was misrepresentation. I do not wear pants ever. And that may be one of the last times she's seen me wear pants. So, yes, I will wear pants on the first date, but that's the last date I wear pants.
Very true. As well as sandals.
I wasn't wearing sandals, huh?
You definitely had Converse on.
Oh, Converse. Shout to Converse for the free Converse.
Yeah.
I will take more free Converse.
Yeah, we need those free Converse.
I need the sponsorship back.
Yeah. So then I remember we parked downtown and he was like, just park here and we'll walk. And I was like, what? And he was like, we're just going to walk and like see.
Yeah. Well,
like,
we tried to go to
okay.
Sama Sama. I think it was already full. Like our reservation wasn't ready. I don't know.
Yeah. Then we went to Satellite.
We went to Satellite because I knew Raf and Valdas were DJing. So I was like, oh, okay, that'd be good. And you can see I have friends. You can believe me. I have friends.
Yeah.
I'm not a loser. And yes, I know DJs. They were DJing over at Satellite and it was kind of cool. And
yeah. And I thought
kind of vibey.
I thought it was cool that you were just like, come meet my friends. Like,
yeah, that's
let's
a good
all
sign,
hang
right?
out too. I was like, oh, okay. That's nice.
Right.
Yeah. And your friends were super nice and cool. And then we went to Sama Sama.
Yeah, okay, so Sama Sama is a Vietnamese restaurant. Is it Vietnamese? No, it's not Vietnamese. It's... Oh, shit, I should know this. What?
I don't know what
I can't remember now. I think it's Vietnamese. It might not be Vietnamese.
It was really good.
It's really good. It's in Santa Barbara. It's a really delicious place that I love going, and I haven't gone in over a year. It's pretty crazy to think about the restaurants I haven't gone to in over a year, but Sama Sama is one of those places. As soon as Bill Gates shoots me with his tracking device, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready to eat at that restaurant, support my local restaurants, and yeah. Okay, so that was the first date, and then after that we went to the court. No, not the courthouse. I keep saying the courthouse, but it's not the courthouse. It's
the Mission.
The Mission. We went to the Mission. And what do you remember about the Mission?
Well, I remember we parked and then we were walking around and it was cool. And then we heard sounds coming from a car trunk.
Yeah. There's definitely a spirit or a body.
Yeah, that was a little spooky.
Ooh, we're here. We're in Montecito right now, and we're driving past the Four Seasons Hotel. And we also came here for our first date.
Yes.
We also came right here, I don't know, Breakwater, Butterfly Beach, whatever you want to call this area, but yeah, oh wow.
It's very pretty. Very nice day today.
Yeah, super nice day to not a lot of people out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there was definitely a body in a trunk, and I thought it would be super romantic to take her to the mission, but I don't know. There's some fucking spirits there.
It was dark and spooky, and I was like, do you think we should call 911? And he was like, let's just leave.
Yeah, no, we left.
Yep. And then we drove around more.
Yeah, we drove around. I remember playing you China Crisis because I was just like obsessed with China Crisis that year.
Yeah.
So we listened to China Crisis.
That's
and
right.
then we drove all through the mountains. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that was year 1. And I would say that, fun year. The first year of any relationship is always like exciting and new, and everything is new, and you're doing everything for the first time, and you're meeting each other's parents or whatever. Well, maybe people don't do that the first year. I don't know, but we did. It's kind of hard to not meet each other's parents. And yeah, I don't know. What do you think of what goals do you have within the first year? What do you think people should even, like, I don't know. I guess everyone goes at their own pace, but what do you think of the first year?
I think it was like the best year ever.
Yeah.
I just think like I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like it just felt super easy, and like we just laugh all the time, and it was like I don't even know what we're laughing about, but we're laughing, and it's fun, and yeah, I don't know.
But what's your advice for couples? Because the first year is always, everything's nice in the first year, but come that second year, I think things start to get a little testy.
That's
But what
true.
do you think? Do you think if a relationship's hard within the first year, it's probably not a good sign?
No, I don't think so. I think, I don't know. I think communication is big. Everyone says that, but I think that's very true.
Everyone says that, but it's like easier said than done.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and I think just making time for each other and listening to each other too, I think.
Right.
And I also feel like actions speak louder than words,
What? I thought words said it plenty.
No.
Oh my God, there's some crazy bikers on the road right now.
Actions solidify the words.
Right.
And yes. I mean, even just like I remember, like, you just respond right away to texts, and I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Like, you're in this.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, what's that TikTok?
The bare minimum.
Yeah, what's that TikTok's like? He would if he wanted to.
Yeah.
It's like if it feels like you're pulling teeth with someone, that's kind of what I think it's gonna fucking be like.
Yeah.
Hold up, doing a crazy move.
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy drive move. I think it's gonna be pulling teeth. Like, it's true. If I want to do something, I'll do it. If I don't want to do something, I won't do it. And I think that translates in lots of different ways. I don't know, but maybe it's just because I'm a stubborn Taurus, I guess. But
yeah, but I think that's what I like too, because also I think honesty is a big thing as well. And like I know that you're honest.
Right.
I know, like, you're not gonna do something you don't want to do.
Right.
Which,
But then there's times where you must do things you don't want to do.
Yes, true.
There are times.
There are times, like going to, like, making a charcuterie board and going to the beach for your girlfriend.
Right. Is this the longest relationship you've been in?
Yes, it is.
And what have what have you learned from this being in your longest relationship?
Interesting. I'm bad at being put on the spot.
This whole podcast is about putting you on the spot.
Let's see. I think I've learned a lot that, like, laughing together helps with everything. Makes everything better. I've really learned that self-love is most important, and then when you can love yourself and be there for yourself, you can also be there for your partner.
Right.
In the same way.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that when we first started dating, about having our own lives. I think times in relationships you can get so codependent on your partner. Like, what are we doing tonight? What are we going to do today? Like, and then you're kind of just like sitting around like, oh, I don't know, like, what are you going to do today? I was going to go to the gym. This is obviously pre-corona. Like, but like, I think, well, okay, I will say this, like, pre-corona, yeah, I think you should definitely have your own life. I think in corona, there's, especially if you're living together, you're gonna have to do things together. Like, there's like no way around it. So I don't know, I don't have any tips. Well, we don't live together, so I think that's where we can get our time apart and we can recharge and then get excited to see each other again. But like, if you were living together right now, this would be like a hard time. I think that's why we've seen like relationships ending everywhere and divorce going up, you know?
Yeah, it's true. But I would also say that, like, I learned even more, like, I hate using the word self-love because there's so much behind it, but just like, how do I put this into words? I don't know. But
I don't know what you're saying.
Cut this part out.
No. So you're talking about self-love?
Yeah. So like, even I think this year even helped me even more try to find that self-love, because I think sometimes I often like look to you. I'm like, oh, make me feel better, please. Like, just help me, like, I don't know, help me feel better about this thing, or you know, and no amount of words that he could say will help me feel better. Like, I have to be the one to find that in myself, which is extremely hard, but it's doable, and I'm still working on it. But
yeah, I think we're all still working on it. Like, it was such a tough year. 2020 was such a tough year for like everyone. Like, I don't know, how do you find that time? How do you take care of yourself before you can take care of someone else?
That's the thing. I'm just like, I don't know how like moms are doing it. I don't know how like families are doing it. Like, I'm just me right now, and so even I have a hard time doing that. And but I think like even just 10 minutes is so important. Like, I've learned like just going for a walk just changes my mindset within like 10 minutes, you know?
True.
Or I've picked up reading, and reading has really helped. So, you know, 5-minute read, meditation. There's a lot of like really good meditation apps, and it's so cliche, but I don't know. But then it's not like I only rely on myself too. Like, sometimes, I don't know. You're there for me also, though. Yeah. So it's not like I'm alone, but I don't know. Is that
okay? I'm letting you go off.
Is that a good
Queen.
Answer?
I'm letting you go off. No, yeah, I think so. I think it's important to find ways in your own life to take care of yourself. I don't know.
What about you? How do you feel about finding time for self-care?
I am the type of person who loves being inside. I just love it. I you know, it's hard to say. It's in bad taste to say that I've been loving the quarantine. I've been loving the pandemic, but like, there's an aspect of the pandemic of working from home, making my own schedule, that I do thrive in. Obviously, I'm not making like really any money, but like, the idea of being home, making a schedule, knowing what I'm going to do every day, that's really great. But also, it gets really tough when there's really nothing to do. I'm like, oh, it's like when you go to a job and like, what are we doing today? And everyone's like, I don't know, like, what the fuck? Like, there's nothing to do. Okay, it's like, it's slow. It's like slow time.
Yeah.
I've had moments where I'm very busy and I'm like torn into different parts of like, oh, I have to do Dante stuff. Oh, I'm going to do real estate stuff. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm all over the place. Like, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, just looking at my computer, like, I guess I could post a TikTok or something. Like, I should do something. Like, I haven't posted at all this weekend. Yeah. When there is. And then sometimes it doesn't feel like there's a lot of work to do, but there is a lot of work to do. I don't know. It's just like trying to keep keep a busy schedule and staying busy and finding things to do that I think has really helped me. But also, I think I went pretty hard content-wise 2020, and I am hitting a wall. And now it's like important to me to bust through that wall and start creating even more. Which I'm still consistent with the podcast. It's just trying to do more. Can I do more?
Yeah.
And that's what's been helping me. But
yeah, I think it's a balance. It's like sometimes maybe your body or your mind is telling you to slow down. So when you say like you're hitting a wall, it's like, okay, well maybe you do need a break for a little bit, and then you can be recharged to get back up again and keep pushing. I'm
also thinking the wall could just be like the limitations I have inside my house.
Yeah.
Like, I can only do so much in this room in regards to creating content and being excited about the kind of content that I've been making. Like, I really don't like that word content, but it is what it is. Like, I told you about that Ron Funches tweet. Like, a lot of people are making content, but not a lot of people are making art. And for me, the records are the art. The Mid-Century Modern Romance, the new album, that's the art. And then everything else around it, music videos and all that, it could be seen as art. For me, I consider it content. Music videos are kind of arty, but like everything else is kind of just creating content around the art. And I don't know, I feel maybe limited inside my room sometimes, where with the podcast I want to go see certain people in LA and just do a podcast with them, but I don't know what they've been doing. I don't know if it's safe to do so. Like, how do I don't have a studio over there, so I don't have like a quiet place where I can do them, so it's all up in the air. And that's why these last podcasts have been with people in Canada, like shout out to Tops, like Haley Blay is going to be next week. People in Canada, people on the East Coast, people who I don't see all the time. That's where Zoom is becoming very effective and a useful tool. But for all my friends in LA who I have like a long list of people who I want on the podcast, I guess that's one of the walls I'm hitting. I'd like to go talk to them, but I want to do those in person so bad. The Zoom is just, it's so weird.
Zoom is so weird. Yeah. But it is cool that it's kind of opened your scope of people to talk to, because you can talk to anyone, where I think before this year, like, I don't know if that would have been an idea to have,
Right.
But Zoom is so normalized now.
Yeah, it's not too weird, It's not too weird to hit somebody up and be like, hey, do you want to do, oh man, hold on, we're taking a detour, there's some cops. All right, we are still driving. We are in what we call the funk zone of Santa Barbara.
The funk zone.
That guy doesn't have a fucking mask on. That's like a good vibe.
Pretty crazy.
Several people without a mask. The beer garden, the SB beer garden.
Oh my gosh. The I don't know what that place is called.
Municipal Winery, where I used to DJ.
Yes. Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
DJ. And then I remember being like, oh my God, I guess I'll go. And then, but then it's like always fun. And then I'm like, oh, I'm glad I went. That was really fun.
That gig is a long one. Like, it's very long. Like, I think it was like 2 or 3 hours, and you're only getting paid like $100. It's like not that much, but for me, I'll take it. I'm not going to turn down $100, but like, yeah, it's just long. It's a long gig.
Yeah.
This is
but
crazy.
They gave you free wine. That was pretty chill.
Yeah, the free wine's always nice. But yeah, and the Shoe Keepers, that's a new spot. Wow, the funk zone is alive and well. So many people hanging out. So many maskless people just going for it.
I always thought it was just a nickname. The funk zone was just a funny nickname like locals had for it, but it's a real
It's
name.
like, yeah, because
There are full-on signs.
That's what
calling it
makes
the
Santa
funk
Barbara
zone.
so fucking phony sometimes, is that this place, like, usually when you have a gentrified area, and this place wasn't really gentrified, it was just developed, it was just underdeveloped, there was just nothing here, so it wasn't like anything was here before. There was just empty lots that they build buildings on, like, and it's so close to downtown, it's just, I don't know. Gentrification in this whole area is kind of a weird word to say, because usually that means someone is being replaced, the original people who were living in this neighborhood, but nobody lived here. It was just an empty spot. So I think they felt like they could fucking brand it, but usually like things like Williamsburg or these certain neighborhoods like are just natural and it's organic and it's just what they call it. But they branded that area the funk zone, which is always so poser. But I get it. I don't know. Exposed brick, I guess I get it.
Exposed brick.
Exposed brick, winery,
Industrial.
brewery, industrial. Exposed cement is like the new thing,
True.
I stayed at what's that hotel? The Ace Hotel, and that had exposed cement. I was like, what the fuck is this room? And why am I paying so much to stay in a room that's not finished?
It's modern. It's cool.
I know, it's modern and exposed.
The concrete and exposed brick is an extra $500.
It's so expensive for one night. Yeah, it's so dumb.
I guess now it'd probably be easy to clean, but
you think so?
that's where my mind goes now.
Oh
Wow.
my god, your mind just goes to cleaning.
Yeah. That's bad.
That's the last thing I think about. Is cleaning
Yeah.
ever in my whole life.
I know that. But it's fine.
Maybe you know how when you're on social media you'll get a bunch of love, and then you get like one person who's kind of an asshole to you, but then they stick out like, oh, what an asshole.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how it is with the mask, because there's a bunch of people with masks on, but I noticed like the two people who aren't wearing masks. I'm like, oh, everyone's not wearing a mask, when like 98% of people are wearing masks.
Yeah.
But like the ones who aren't really stick out to me, and I'm like, oh, what an asshole. What a piece of shit.
That's so true. And then I think about it, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe that. But then I'm like, well, it's out of our control. It's fine.
Yeah, we're in the car.
We're
not
in the
around
car.
these people.
But then it's like, I just want everyone to be more conscious. But then
Right.
it's like, what can you do?
I don't know. We're on the way out. People are getting the vaccine.
It's tricky.
Oh,
There's a line for chocolate. Ooh.
Oh, chocolate Maya, yeah.
Chocolate for
D'Angelo
Valentine's
Bread-
Day.
D'Angelo Bread got rid of their up yours Newsom, fucking kind of like let us work, Governor Newsom, like kind of like anti-Newsom shit. They have like a big sign in front of their building that they took down.
Wow.
I think they got a lot of shit for that. What else is new? What else do you want to talk about? You have this platform to speak your mind.
What? That's putting me on the spot.
Well, that's the whole point. It's the Valentine's Day podcast, a special Valentine's Day podcast where you talk about love and your thoughts on love, ways you think you can do better as a partner. What's a way that you think you can be better as a partner?
Nothing. I'm perfect.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I think I could probably communicate more.
Right.
I think that can be really hard sometimes, and especially if like I don't know how I'm feeling, then how can I communicate that? So
Right.
and then I think you get frustrated because you're like well, what do you want me to do? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, you can't really do anything, so then it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Wait, what was the question?
Oh, what do you think you can do better as a partner?
I think just like, I don't know if this is the right answer, but what is? But I think working on myself more.
Right.
I always do, but I could do it more. And I think, I don't know, I've been thinking about like bringing out the inner child, and I think
What does that mean?
I think just making sure like you're playing and like laughing and I don't know, like doing things you liked as a kid, kind of.
Right.
Because I think as adults we can kind of lose that.
How does that benefit me?
Because I'm not like grumpy.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to be around a grumpy me.
Wow.
Or you don't have to like. I'm
looking for answers like I should bake more. I should maybe buy him more gifts.
What?
I'm looking for the things that benefit me. What can you do better to make me happier? That's.
I just said that.
That's the real question.
If I'm happy, then you're happy.
Oh my God.
Happy wife, happy life.
No.
Edit this part out.
Oh my! Nothing's getting edited. I'm not editing any of this. Like, I don't have time. I'm just gonna mix it, master it, put it up.
Well, then maybe the question is, what do you think I could improve on?
No, I don't know. I think you're perfect. I think you're perfect just the way you are. The question was for you to think about you. It was an exercise in which you take a look at yourself.
I honestly do that too much sometimes.
Introspective.
I'm over introspective, but you know what? Because you said that, I could definitely learn to cook better. Okay. Definitely. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
I do love Trader Joe's and their frozen food.
Yes.
But I think I could definitely learn to cook.
What the hell? That guy's bumper sticker says, "Do big fun. The first church of the chocolate martini." What the fuck is that? All right.
I have no idea.
I hate martinis. Have you had a martini?
No.
I don't like vodka like that.
With the olive in it?
Yeah, I don't like vodka like that. Have you been? Didn't we go to the pickle room together? Didn't you get the pickle martini, or did I just get that one night?
No, you got it.
And that's just a dream I had.
You talked about it.
Oh yeah, the pickle martini is fucking.
It sounds
nasty.
pretty crazy.
I don't know.
It's like salty.
It's for me. Yeah, I don't know if it's for me.
You have to really like pickles, I think.
I do like pickles. I think that's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the pickle martini.
Yeah.
But I don't think I like martinis.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's the problem.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like martinis.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna ask you the question.
Right.
Also, what do you think you want to improve on?
I think I'd like to be a better listener. I feel like I don't listen well. I think when I do these podcasts on Zoom, like sometimes like people are talking and I just forget that they're talking. I'm like, oh yes, and then I'm like trying to like, I run like a million miles in my head, and I'm like, how about this? Have you guys I feel like I do that to everyone. I feel like I zone out so easily, and I can't tell if it's just like, if it's me, that's just how I am, or like for years. I lived in my own head, I lived most of my life in my head. And sometimes I still get in my head when I'm just talking to someone and I get lost, or I'm like, whatever. I even when I was a kid, I'm a daydreamer. Like and I think focusing on being in the present is something, that's really helped me.
Yeah.
And I think I'm pretty good. Like I'm pretty good. I've always been really good at like being in the moment.
Yeah.
Because of my fear of growing old, or my fear of the future, so I think I'm pretty good at staying in the present. It's like something I've always tried on. I didn't even realize I was doing it when I was younger. I would just really focus, this is what I'm doing today, this is what I'm in the car right now. I think years of me doing that. Oh my god, look at those bears.
Cute. Oh my gosh, you have to get me one.
Oh my god. Now we're on the west side, we're by Foodland.
I'm just kidding, everyone.
By Revolver. Had a vlog of me eating at Revolver. Okay. Self-promoting. Check out the YouTube channel. And I don't know. I think me focusing on just trying to be a more present listener.
Yeah.
Which is a skill I thought I had. I thought I was always a really good listener growing up, but for some reason I think I've had so many people just talk my ear off that I don't care. Not that I don't care, but it's what happens when you become that friend that people talk to you. I think you've also experienced that, where people open themselves up to you and they'll talk to you a lot.
Yeah.
And then because I was talented at being able to listen to people, and I thought I was good at giving advice and So it like leaves you open to people, you know. Oh, okay, you like listening to people's problems. Let me tell you my problems, and then you're like, okay, yeah, sure. And then you just like, I don't know, max out. And then I think years of that led me to just being like more and more of a shitty like listener, because I'm just like, okay, all right.
You're like, I've heard this before.
Like, you know. And then you give people advice and they don't take it, and it's like, okay, don't ask me, man.
Well, I understand that, because I don't know if it's like that you don't care anymore, but that maybe it's more just you have to be in the right headspace, and it can be draining,
right?
You know, but it's also like fulfilling too to hear, to, you know, listen to someone, because we all need each other in this world. We all need to be listened to and loved and accepted. So
that's true.
But yeah, it can definitely be draining too. And I'm curious your thoughts.
Ooh, the Corn Man. You see the Corn Man?
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't know. No, if this was pre-corona times, it would have stopped. But sorry, I can't support the Corn Man right now. I'm so paranoid.
But I was also thinking sometimes your phone can kind of distract you out of listening. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess I you know, I'm definitely on my phone a lot. That's definitely something I want to work on.
But then
part of the problem is that like my work is my phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
You know, if I was able to make the money and hire someone to do my social media, that would be amazing. I would delete every app off my phone like today if I could do that, just because I'm so exhausted, and like working in social media marketing for so many years has really dried me up. Like, I'm realizing as my 30s are coming along, everything I love doing that I did to an excess in my 20s is dried up. That little nugget or little fruit in your soul, like, oh, you love listening to music, okay, and your 30s come around, I just like listening to the same music over and over again, like, you know, that I don't know, I feel like there's lots of little parts of you that like, oh, I used to love doing this, and then by the time you're through your 30s, you're like, oh, I did a lot of that now, like, what's the new excitement for me? And yeah, I think about that all the time. And so yeah, I would love to get off my phone, but it's part of how I interact with my audience, like with what I'm doing, like,
yeah,
there's a lot of things. Yeah,
and especially nowadays, like, it's also friendship, communication,
right,
so I get that. And I'm not like into social media at all, so like it's easy for me to say that too. Yeah, I'm not attached to my Instagram, and I don't even use Facebook, and
TikTok is very addicting.
Yes,
I am addicted to TikTok.
That is true.
Just as the Chinese wanted it. I'm addicted.
We're being brainwashed by TikTok.
I'm being brainwashed by TikTok. It's happening.
Okay, here's a crazy thing.
Okay.
My Fitbit, whenever I watch TikTok, my Fitbit thinks I was asleep for the time I was watching TikTok.
Oh, shit.
Explain that.
Your heart rate goes down so low, it thinks you're sleeping.
Yeah, I guess so.
What does that mean?
Or you're fully hypnotized and can't get out
You're
of it.
absolutely hypnotized, yeah. There's always another video. There's like, as soon as you're like, that video wasn't very good, swipe up. Oh, that was funny. Let's see if there's another. It's like, there's so much content on TikTok, and the next video could be your favorite video ever.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you? It's like the same thing with Tinder. The next swipe you swipe could be your dream girl.
True.
So why wouldn't you just keep swiping and swiping and swiping? The next one's gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And you missed out on somebody else who was great because you were worried about the next one. Mm-hmm. The excitement of the next one. Tinder is like any other app. It's super addicting, especially when you pay for it, because then you have unlimited swipes. So you're swiping uncontrollably throughout the whole day. You never know. The next person you meet could be, your girlfriend or whatever.
Yep.
So,
I would never pay for Tinder.
Oh my God.
But
what do you think of people who pay for Tinder? You can be honest.
I don't think anything of them.
Oh my god.
But I honestly would never.
Why not?
Because
you're not desperate for love like some of us.
Yeah, I think
love just knocked on your doorstep, so you're not like one of us where we had to really fight for love.
I think it's different. It's different for men.
It's different for girls.
Because also, like, I was really picky with, like, swiping left and right.
Right.
So, like, I never really reached that problem of, like, what is it, like, running out of
swipes.
And then you have to pay for more swipes, right?
Right. Or wait 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wasn't picky, and I was also just like, if it happens, whatever. Like, I didn't really care. So, yeah.
I wouldn't say I was... okay, so my technique on Tinder was I would swipe right to everyone. And then I would super like the girls I really like. So a super like was really a real swipe.
Yeah.
But as a man and, you know, my low self-esteem having ass, like, I figured everyone was swiping left to me. So I would swipe right to everyone. And then if we swiped right on each other, then okay, take it from there.
Yeah.
Put the ball back into my hands. Here, you like me. I swiped on you. You know, I super liked you, so the super like meant you saw it first, or it popped up in your algorithm first.
Yeah. True.
I don't know.
I will say,
I just assumed everyone was swiping left on me, especially on Bumble. I don't know why Bumble's so fucking popular. Like, I didn't get a single match on there. I had one girl on there ask me if I was Dante Elephante, and that was it. And I was like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. We're not talking again.
That's me. Yes, I opened for Walk the Moon. Yes, you were like 14 at the time, and now you're 20. Now you're 18. Like, okay, fuck.
Yeah, I never really liked Bumble either.
Yeah, it's not great.
But I did appreciate the super like, I will say that. So maybe it is worth the extra money.
I think it is worth the extra money. I think if you got it, flaunt it, even though I didn't really have it. But if you got it, flaunt it, find your match. But also what I always say about Tinder is that it is what you put into it. Like, if you're looking for a relationship and you're looking for love and you're genuine and you're talking to people with an authenticity of, like, I'm trying to just, like, really meet someone, then you will find someone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're using it just to hook up with women, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to find some girls, but you're not going to, you know, find someone. It's not going to be fulfilling after a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a tip maybe is to... what you said, like, put your authenticity in your profile. And yeah, like, I loved yours because you had like a picture of Flava Flav.
No. it was a nice picture of me. It was like a professional photo.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
A photo that, like, a press photo I used.
Yeah.
You know,
which I really liked too. But then,
and then my bio was Flavor Flav. It was I'm looking for the Brigitte Nielsen to my Flavor Flav.
Yes. And I loved that. I was like, oh, good. He's serious. He's down.
He's looking for love. He's looking for love like Brigitte Nielsen and Flavor Flav.
No, but you had
a real life.
You had a Flav picture.
No, I did not have a picture.
No, you forgot about that.
No,
you did.
Why would I have a Flavor Flav photo on my Tinder account?
Well, you did. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my God.
You absolutely did.
That makes no sense that I would do that. I wanted to meet women, not scare them away.
It was Flava Flav, like, on the arm of some other girl who I didn't know.
I may have sent you that.
Nielsen.
Brigitte Nielsen, yes. I may have sent you a GIF.
No.
A GIF.
No. It was a picture, and that's why I was like,
no, there's no way.
No, I remember because.
Why would I put that in my Tinder bio?
Wow, our first fight. No.
Oh my God, recorded.
Just kidding.
That does not make any sense.
No, it was. Why am I making that up?
I don't know. For clout? for notoriety and fame?
No, I remember it was cool because you had the picture and then you had the quote and then it was like,
that's crazy.
You, and I was like, whoa, you're cool. And then I was also like, damn, how's he have these like really nice pictures of himself too?
Oh yeah. Because why would I?
Yeah.
Why would I have nice pictures of myself? Like, guys have the worst photos on Tinder.
Yes.
Like, do you remember some of the awful photos you
Oh
saw
my God.
scrolling on Tinder?
I mean, a lot of the classics everyone talks about.
What's the classic?
I don't want to hate because
What do you mean? You could prevent
they're all
a
valid.
cheese bro from being a cheese bro.
You could, but what if some girls are attracted to the cheese bro
Well,
and then
what's-
I just shot them down?
Well, what is it?
Well, I mean, okay, lots of hiking pictures.
Right, guys like to hike.
Would
Or
never hike.
guys thinking hiking is what they, this makes me look like adventurous, outgoing. Like
Yes.
This, it's all about what you think I look like.
Yeah. There's lots of pictures of like outdoor, like holding a beer
Right.
vibe.
Yeah. I'm at
Plaid
the
shirt.
brewery with the friends. Plaid shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
And I'm a huge introvert, so I could not be doing that every weekend. So I was like, nope. Let's see. A lot of like awkward pictures.
Right.
So also like if you're down, hire a photographer for your Tinder
If you're
Tinder
down,
photos.
and you can, yeah.
Only if you're genuine about it.
Right. Yeah, authenticity and being genuine, I think, is the best way to go.
I remember I was really glad I didn't know that that you were in a band before I met
that's
you.
good.
Because I was like, if I'd listened to his music before, I would have like fangirled and then never been able to talk to him. So
Oh, that's good. Because every time I was on Tinder and someone noticed me from being in Dante Elephante, I usually like stopped responding to them because there's just I don't know what that is. Like it's just a separation between fan and love. Like I don't like that. Like I don't hit on my fans. Like I don't like that shit. Like there's a relationship built there that's like, I respect the fans and they come to the shows and they spend money on the merch and that's like really great, but like anything more than that is I don't think is professional and not so I don't know, I don't really like that. So
well, and then there's that weird line of like, are you with me because you like me or because I'm in this band?
Yeah, because I'm in this band and like it's exciting for the moment, but then we go on a couple dates and I start liking you for real. Oh shit, ambulance. Okay.
Oh,
never mind.
my.
Okay.
Hold for ambulance.
Hold for the ambulance. All right, and we're driving again.
Oh man.
What was I saying? And so yeah, there might be a time where I'm starting to actually get feelings for this person, and like for them, the feeling of like, ooh, I'm like with Dante Elephante like wears off, and here I am getting feelings for someone who's already bored of me. No, are there any other tips? What else?
What else? Let's see.
I did not prepare for any of this. I just figured this morning I need a podcast for Tuesday. It's Valentine's Day.
Why not?
Let's just drive around and talk and figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe people wanted to know more about the girl I wrote the song about, and
That's true.
I guess a little bit of look into our relationship. Is there anything about your life you're willing to share?
Ooh.
You're a very private person.
Yes,
Your Instagram is private. Do not follow her on Instagram.
Well, you can, but I'll either accept or deny.
Right.
But yeah, I am a very private person. But yeah, and I'm also not very talkative, so
I know. So
I'm not sure what to talk about. But I'm talkative with you, and I'm just pretending that it's just us, so
it is just us.
that's how we're talking.
It's literally just you and me in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, and we do this all the time too. Like,
Yeah.
it's always fun to just like go for a drive and get out and
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do is to go for a drive.
talk. Yeah.
I love driving.
Sometimes get food. That's
Yes.
fun.
That's fun.
Okay, so about me. Wow.
Yeah, so you grew up outside of Ventura, but not necessarily in LA.
Yes.
But I feel like you also lived in Ojai for a little bit.
Yeah. We moved around a lot, but
Do you think any of that has affected your place in the world?
yeah, definitely.
Like, do you feel like you have a hometown, like where people ask you where you're from? Do you have I'm from Santa Barbara. Like, it's really easy, and I have a connection and pride to the town I live in. Like,
Yeah.
Do you have that because you moved around so much?
No, I don't. And I think like that was one thing when we first met. I was like, whoa, like that's so cool. Like you just grew up here. You didn't move at all. Like,
Right.
And like he knows everywhere around, or like, you know, all the streets by heart. Like
Right.
you don't have to Google map anything, which I don't either in like where I live now. But I don't know. It definitely did, because I was like always moving schools. So like my community was like always different, and I have a couple close friends that like I still that have been with me my whole life, you know.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, Lucia's been on the podcast before already. So
that's right.
Lucia is episode, I can't remember, about 17 or something like that.
Yes. Lucia
go listen to the
Fasano.
episode. Yeah, Lucia
Shout
Fasano.
out. She is truly the best.
Right.
Her music, the best. Oh, she wrote a song for us for Valentine's Day.
So the first Valentine's Day was like just knowing each other, and that was like when we met. The second Valentine's Day, I was on tour.
Mm-hmm.
I was I think we like went and got sushi like I don't know, before I left on tour, and that was the unofficial like Valentine's Day, but it wasn't on the exact day. And then I think I was in like Asheville, North Carolina on the actual day of Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And I was sad because it was our first year anniversary and Valentine's Day.
I wasn't even there.
So Lucia posted something like, I'll do commissions for you for Valentine's Day. And I was like, perfect. Like, I can just send this to him as a gift.
Right.
And it ended up being like the best song ever. And I still listen to it. And
Right.
yeah, it's really sweet.
Yeah, I remember just being really homesick at that point, and that tour was kind of weird. So I was just like so ready to be home, and yeah, that was a really sweet song.
Yeah.
And then
well, also speaking of sweet songs, I think we didn't really talk about Jeni, the song.
Oh my god.
Did we?
I feel like we've talked enough about it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
We could talk about it if you want.
But if you want my point of view, like, I'm so grateful for it, and it was really sweet, and I never asked for it, and it's just like, once again, it's genuine and so kind, and oh no, this street is closed. But yeah, so shout out to that song too.
Shout out to that song.
Shout out to love songs.
To love songs. You think people would have had enough of silly love songs?
There's never enough.
And then what happened on our third Valentine's Day? Oh no, our second Valentine. I guess that would be our first. And the second one, we went to Disneyland.
Yes.
We did the Sweetheart Night in Disneyland. And if you listen to the beginning, like, you know, my Jonathan Radio podcast, who else did I do that day? But there are several podcasts I did that day where my tonsils were swollen like two balloons in the back of my mouth, and I'm eating like a Halls. Oh, Dan Moore, Kiddo. Oh, there was a few of those podcasts that were in person, and it was like weird because it was right at the beginning of February 14th, obviously, and it was like kinda people were talking about coronavirus, like, oh, is this a real thing? Like, what's going on? We don't really know what's happening. And it was a month before the lockdown happened. So we still went to Disneyland. And I got sick.
Yeah.
I wasn't corona sick, obviously, but like I had one kid fucking cough in my mouth, literally sneeze or cough. And I walked right by him, and now I know more about how fucking germs work. And it went straight into my mouth, and I had these massive swollen tonsils. And I'll never forgive Jeni for making me do that. And
he always said, no more Disneyland because I got sick.
Yeah, now we can never go back to Disneyland because that's where I got sick.
Here's the thing. It was definitely not Corona.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't Corona. Oh, thank God.
And yeah, it was just his tonsils. And
just?
Here's the funny thing, though, is after he saw the kid cough in his mouth.
Right.
He took some hand sanitizer and put it on his nose.
Yeah, I figured that would help. If I got the hand sanitizer and rubbed it on my nose like a suntan lotion, that would save me.
But it didn't. Well, maybe it kind of did because you only got a sore throat.
That's true. Maybe it kind of did.
I remember the exact location we were at when it happened too.
Right. Was it? Where were we? You said I couldn't remember exactly where, and then you didn't say
I
it.
thought you did too, but we were right by Space Mountain.
Right.
We just got off Space Mountain, and we were like walking through that arcade section and walking down the hallway, like where they had the Michael Jackson like movie thing showing.
Oh yeah. Is that
The
still
3D.
a thing? I thought Michael Jackson was canceled.
No, well, Disneyland is closed. So.
Oh, okay. Maybe they're fixing it now.
Well, yeah, maybe the Michael Jackson thing is over too.
I feel bad. This guy probably maybe feels pressured. I would at least feel pressure. We're in line at Shell because Jenny needs to wash her car, and we got crumbs in the back seat today. Okay, so then that leads us to this year's Valentine's Day. We sat in the back of Jenny's car at the beach, and we opened the back and we laid in the back. We put down all the seats and laid in the back, and it was nice. We ate
a little
cramped. But now there are straight up crumbs all over her back seat. So now we're here at the Shell, and we're gonna clean the car and wash the outside. And yeah,
which I really
There's a guy
appreciate.
in front of us using it. And,
oh yeah, we're just chilling.
They're
They're probably like, why are these two people holding microphones?
I think some
right
people
now?
were staring at us like on State Street.
Yeah,
like,
they definitely were.
It's like, it can't be that shocking to see two people talking to a
Yeah,
microphone.
people vlog. We can hold
Vlog?
We can
I
hold
know.
microphones.
I know.
It's not weird.
We should have vlogged today's Valentine's Day.
Oh, we should have.
No, it's too much work. I didn't even want to bring the camera. I was like, we'll just do an audio podcast.
Yeah,
This is fun.
which I also appreciate.
Yes.
And
Alright.
as a Virgo, I appreciate that we're going through the car wash.
Right. The hand wash.
Yes, the hand wash and vacuum.
Now we've been going for about almost an hour. Anything else you want to say? This will be a shorter episode.
Just thank you. This has been very fun.
Okay, good.
And yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
This is fun, and
usually at the end of the podcast, I ask the bands what's the best way to support you, but I guess I'll just support you this time.
and I'll support you.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well,
All
bye.
right. Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for listening. I love you too.
Okay,
All
see you
right.
everyone.
Bye.